What's up, guys? My name is Luke, and today I'll be talking about why the Mets will be baseball's next dynasty. With the Wilpon family gone and out of the Mets ownership, Steve Cohen will try to head the next great baseball regime. Sadly, many baseball owners view their teams as a bonus to their financial portfolio, and their only focus is to make money with the team. This is not the way owners should operate because if they view their team as a moneymaker, the players are not seen as humans but rather assets. Owning a team shouldn't just be all about making money, but as a great opportunity to help out their fan base. And 9 times out of 10, they will make a profit each year. Steve Cohen seems to be just what baseball needs. Unlike the Wilpons, Cohen's goal is to have the Mets win a championship no matter the cost. During Cohen's interview, he said, "I'm not here to make money." This is what all baseball owners need to do. Cohen also stated that he'd like to win the World Series in the next 3 to 5 years. He is determined to win, and this is why the Mets will be baseball's next dynasty. When Cohen bought the Mets, his net worth of $14 billion made him instantly the richest owner in baseball by a mile. Cohen stated his ownership by firing Brodie Van Wagenen and 3 front office workers. He then hired Sandy Alderson to be president of baseball operations for the team. Alderson was leading the Mets when they last made it to the World Series in 2015. He then gave the front office workers the money they would have made before the pandemic. Now, this is a great start for any owner, but the list gets better. When he acquired the team, Cohen went to Twitter to ask fans suggestions for how to make their experience better. This is an amazing thing for a fan owner to do, as no owner has done this before. One of the ideas he implemented from the fans' suggestion was bringing back the old-timers game. This would make any fan of the team ecstatic to have an owner that cares, especially after the last ownership group. Even though the Mets have a great owner and president of baseball operations, that does not make them a contender to be baseball's next dynasty. The Mets also have a surplus of talent at the big league level, headlined by arguably baseball's best pitcher in Jacob deGrom. deGrom won the Cy Young in 2018 and 2019, and he finished third in 2020. Since making his debut in 2014, deGrom has a 2.61 ERA, 150 ERA+, a 2.75 FIP, and 1,359 strikeouts. If deGrom keeps this pace up, he will arguably be a Hall of Fame contender. The Mets also have Pete Alonso, who was the 2019 home run champ and Rookie of the Year, Jeff McNeil, a jack-of-all-trades who's been a stud in the past 2 years, Dom Smith, who broke out in 2020, and Michael Conforto. These 5 help make the incredibly strong core. The Mets have been very active in the free agent market this offseason, having already signed Trevor May to a 2-year, $15 million contract. The Mets have been heavily rumored to sign at least one of JT Realmuto, Trevor Bauer, and George Springer. Cohen is already adamant on winning, and he has the money to help them make the Mets into World Series contenders. One of the reasons that could go against the Mets becoming a dynasty is their farm system. The previous general manager of the Mets, Brodie Van Wagenen, gutted the farm system, especially in the Robinson-Cano trade. The Mets have 3 players in MLB.com's top 100 prospects, but 2 of those are 19-year-olds. Cohen also stated that he will put money into the prospect development system, which will help them greatly. Also, the Mets could try to do what the San Francisco Giants did last year, which is basically buying prospects. Last year, the Los Angeles Angels traded Zach Cozart, who is an aging veteran who is very pricey, and Will Wilson, their 2019 first-round draft pick, to the Giants. The main objective of this trade was that the Angels freed up about $15 million, and the Giants took that contract and got a prospect in return. The Giants would then release Cozart only a few days later. With Cohen's money, this could be an idea that could work. While there are a few positions that are in greatly of need of an upgrade for the Mets, the upgrade that they need most is at catcher. Their previous catcher, Wilson Ramos, struggled in 2020 and is now a free agent. I believe that the 2 catchers the Mets should target are JT Realmuto and James McCann. Realmuto is undoubtedly the best catcher in baseball right now, and he is the perfect catcher that anyone would want. Since making his debut in 2014, Realmuto has a slash line of 278, 328, and 455. Realmuto is different from most catchers because not only does he hit well, he also has stellar defense. Realmuto will be highly coveted by most teams, and he might get the largest contract ever for a catcher. Now, with James McCann, he is a more low-key player compared to Realmuto, but his slash line is not much different. Since making his debut in 2014, McCann has a slash line of 249, 300, and 394, which is close to his Realmuto slash line, but still a drop-off. However, in the last 2 years, McCann has a slash line of 276, 334, and 474, which is almost identical to Realmuto's slash line of 273, 333, and 492. They can arguably get someone who produces like Realmuto without paying a heavy price. With the money that they save, they could be more aggressive in pursuing someone like Trevor Bauer or George Springer. If the Mets were able to sign Bauer and Springer, they would become contenders to win the World Series for the next 2 years. Francisco Lindor has been one of the game's best shortstops since making his debut in 2015. He has been a great defender, hitter, and he has an infectious smile that helps anyone know who he is. In playing just 777 games, he has so far compiled a WAR of 28.4. With the loss of revenue from the pandemic, the Cleveland Indians seem to be heading into the rebuild phase, as they have already traded Mike Clevinger and Corey Kluber. With Lindor being too expensive for the Indians and being a free agent after the season, the Indians have stated that they are adamant on trading him before the offseason is over. Any team could use an upgrade at shortstop with Lindor, but especially the Mets. While Ahmed Rosario and Andres Jimenez put up solid numbers in 2020, Lindor would be a great upgrade. Also, Lindor is sure to bring any team lots of fans and selling jerseys. The Mets could possibly get Lindor for Andres Jimenez, Ollie Sanchez, and Josh Wolf. And with Cohen's money and a full year to negotiate with Lindor, an extension could easily happen. After those two upgrades, there's not much left that the team would need. Perhaps a never starter to end to the back of the rotation, or never bat could help. Or someone like a bench bat like Adam Duvall, or a reliever or two like Alex Colome and Archie Bradley, who, while they have not been extremely dominant, would be very solid in any team's bullpen. With a very strong core and potential moves that the team could make, there's a good chance that the Mets could be baseball's next dynasty. While most teams are only a few star players away from a World Series title, the difference with the Mets is that they can afford to acquire a few star players. With the expectation of adding a superstar or two, along with many solid players to add to DeGrom, Alonso, McNeil, and Conforto, the future looks very bright for the Mets. Only time will tell if they succeed, but as of right now, it looks like they will. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe because I'll be making more baseball content just like this in the future. Thanks.